we are going to be focusing on relationships between entities. And if you'll remember, an entity means table. And within a table or entity, you have attributes. And within those attributes, you have entity instances. But for this lesson, we are going to be looking at, instead of the one table or one entity that we were looking at that was called simplified sales, we are going to be looking at multiple entities. And we're also going to be looking at the relationships between them. So let's take this schema, for example. We have a table called customer. We have a table called sale. We have a table called sale item, product, and manufacturer. All of these entities together, we call these schema because this is a basic map of how our database functions, or from what table or what entity it's going to be pulling information from. So take, for example, customer. Notice this PK right here. That means primary key. And let's move on to our sale entity. Notice how it also has a PK. But notice how these two entities have unique primary keys. So PK means primary key. Can we guess what FK means? FK refers to foreign key. Now it's very important to realize that both of these entities, along with all these other entities, have PK or primary keys that are unique to each table. No table should have the same primary key. I know it's a little confusing because this table, customer, has a primary key customer ID, and the sale table or sale entity also has customer ID, but it's a foreign key. It's alright. That only means that this table pulled information from this table, or this table gave information to this table. Customer, this customer table or entity is known as a mandatory side. In this table, sale is referred to a many side. Can you guess why? It's simple. It's only because of this relationship. Mandatory sides donate their key to the many side. That is why you see the same customer ID within both tables. However, the keys are different. That is because this primary key is foreign, and it's the same with all the other entities. So we will look at one more. Sale. Can we guess what sale entity is to sale item entity? You have two clues. You have the relationship you can look at, or you have the keys you can look at. If we're just looking at the relationship between these two entities, it looks as though sale entity is a mandatory entity and sale item is a many entity. Sale ID has its primary key. Looks like there are no other keys called sale ID within this entity, so it is therefore unique. This table has sale ID, but it's also called a foreign key over here because this is not this table's attribute. This attribute was pulled from a sale entity table. Sale item does have its own unique primary key called sale item ID. And notice, ooh, that looks very similar item size, but it is different from sale ID, sale item ID. This one looks a little weird because it has many keys to it. It doesn't just have one key in it or two keys in it, it's got three. And that is because notice that these relationships both have many to many. That means that this might be a sub to both of these entities because it's pulling. Where I was going with that is that sale not only has a relationship with sale item not only has a relationship with sale entity, but it also has a relationship to product entity, and both product entity and sale entity are donating its foreign keys to sale item. That's why you'll see that we have sale ID and product key within our sale item entity. I think we have a good understanding of keys and the attributes within our entities and why our keys are there. Now let's go ahead and look a little bit more into this relationship. So a relationship is the line connecting both entities or both tables to each other. You can read a relationship. This is also called crow's feet because it looks like crow's feet, I guess. But the way that you read a relationship, let's go ahead and start between customer and sale. So this relationship between customer entity and sale entity can be read as so. A customer has one to many sales, and sale has one and only one customer. Let's move on to this relationship. A sale can have one to many sale items, but a sale item can have one and only one sale. Sale item can have one and only one product. Product can have one too many sale items. Product can have one and only one manufacturer, and manufacturer can manufacture 0 too many products. And I hope that you guys, from the last 2 parts, you can realize or understand what these are and how we use them within SQL. For example, let's say that our query was wanting customer first and last name. Then you would use your select, your from, and your where clauses to pull that information. And you would tell it from customer table, I want to select customer first name and last name, where first name is Billy and last name is Bob, something like that. Or, you can just use select and from, and you can use the asterisk to pull every name of the customers down, and so you can see all of them. And you don't forget to use that distinct if you don't want to see duplicated rows.